Raise your hand out there if you know what a hot mic is. Okay, a couple of you. For those of you that don't, a hot mic is when a guy in a turret or with a radio sits on the pretzel switch of the comms, puts himself on permanent sound unknowingly, and just starts talking, and everything is going over the net. So that's what I'm doing right now. This is my hot mic. So what do I do in a hot mic? Well, guys, it equates to what other people do for rants. I wanted to stay away from a rant because I think they get out of hand really quick, and you can say some stuff that you're feeling in a moment that maybe you don't feel the same way about a couple weeks later, and then you're committed to stand by the stuff you're saying. And opinionated old shit like me probably could rant for hours about everything, and I can. You see it. Ranting about Joe is very easy. So I'm going to do mine a little differently today. When I go on hot mic, I'm going to move the camera around. I'm going to talk about some stuff that's relevant to the channel, that's relevant to YouTube, that's relevant to Joe and to the consumers. But moreover, I'm going to talk about what this show is and what it's not. Okay? And I'm doing this with an open heart to all the subscribers that have joined us, and very specifically to the ones that have been with me as I got started with this hobby of mine. So first off, I want to send a quick shout out to some of the new subscribers that have joined us in the recent days. Tyson K, thank you for joining. And Latino my figures, como está? We got Ron G, G.I. Joe 3rd Platoon. Sir, glad to see you're here. When the rest of the boys show up, let me know. Raiders 07, gotta be another Californian. Good to have you on board. Go Raiders. And then of course, and I've got a friend in here. I got my buddy Charles, who knows me and my family very well, has joined us. And hey, Charles, God, we miss you guys out there in the West, and can't wait to see you guys again. Jeff G and Riley Cross, I believe that's my other Ottawa friend here. The last one I want to talk about, did I mention Tyson K? Hey, Tyson, yeah, I think you were the first one. Aaron. Aaron's here. Guys, I'm going to talk about Aaron for a little bit, and I'm going to talk about some old subscribers really quick. Aaron, the toy enhancer. Okay, has joined our channel, and we are so happy to have him on board. If you guys aren't familiar with Aaron, please go check out his channel. The way I see it, Aaron is a lot like me. He's just way further up the road than I am, and he's doing it very smoothly, where I'm taking that little beaten track and taking my time. Both approaches are good. It just depends on what you're on that road to do. And Aaron's doing his thing. I'm doing my own thing, whatever that thing is. I'll talk about it later. But Aaron, I came across Aaron because Aaron is an artist on top of being a collector. Aaron is a lot like me, where it's not just about the toy collecting, it's engaging. You can see, if you go visit his site and you see his reviews and his room and what he does with his channel. Very generous guy. He's got a contest out there. You know, the Crow had to enter. I think I was one of the first to enter, actually. He's got a really good one. He's going to build you a diorama that you make and you suggest. And in it, he'll build what you describe. So if you've got a scene with Joe that you want to see, you should send that to Aaron, the toy enhancer, at his channel. There he is again. Enter his contest. And what Aaron's saying he's going to do for you, and God, I can't wait to see it. No matter who wins, I just want to see it. He's going to build that diorama for you. He's going to show it off. I think he even plans on sending it to you. I'm not sure. I don't want to commit him to something he may not have said in my old man memory. But he's also going to throw in a box of random Joes from his collection for you guys. And I'm sorry, guys. As much as I'd love to keep that a secret and be like, oh, I hope I win, I got to tell you about it. Go check out Aaron. Subscribe to his channel. See what that guy's all about. Because you know the Crow. I'm an artist. I like comics. I love working with my hands. I love conversions. I love all that stuff. But I'm also an unmedicated ADHD guy. And right now, well, I can start 1,000 projects. Ask me how many I finished. I'm in that stage right now. I'm not putting any pressure on myself. I'm going to finish my hovercraft, so I'm getting back to them soon. But Aaron is next level, guys. And definitely check out his stuff. I've been enjoying his things. I'm so glad to have him here, guys. And I've also been visited by others. I had It's Chad, a guy I reached out to, and others. And I've even asked guys like Articulated Ninja just to chime in on a question I had about the Baroness. So I'm really happy to have Aaron here for sure, and I hope that he enjoys my channel as much as at least for what it's bringing to the table, not necessarily for. It's definitely not competition. We're our own thing here at Tactical Perspective, right, guys? Crow's not going to play these games about where the other YouTubes are ranting. He's gonna do his own thing. So that's enough about the new subscribers. And like I said, one last plug: go into the contest, give Aaron all your support the way that you gave it to me, and let's get this community. What a great guy, what a great channel he's bringing to the table. Some old subscribers I want to shout out there. You guys hear me talking about DMACism all the time, because DMACism will watch a review, see where my mind is taking me, realize where I might not have the most light on a topic, and he will write up everything that was missing from my review. Not that it was missing from my review, but write it up as in here's what you needed to know about that character and what I liked about it and what I thought in that era and all that. DMAC is a big contributor to this channel. Also, I want to talk about Skullfrog. My good old Skullfrog. He's been with me since the beginning, and Skullfrog emphatically supports this channel. And I owe him a big thanks. I was reading the comments this morning when I woke up and having my coffee, and he's going a little bit above and beyond what I ever expected somebody to do in support for the channel. You guys hear me. I don't care if my videos get liked. I do care that the right subscribers are falling in on this channel, the guys that have the nostalgia and that childhood and just that passion with Joe. And that's what I want for my subscription base. Whether the videos get liked or not, whether the channel grows exponentially or not, it doesn't matter, because I'm going to keep making the videos. And I do know that some of you guys are out there. And Roman is one. Sorry, Roman. I almost gave away the alias. Skullfrog has nominated me, or put my name in as a nomination, just to say, hey, check out this new YouTuber. And I've gotten a lot of support. I feel a lot of support from you guys, and that went a long way with me to say, hey, some guys, if you're doing it right, they really want you to succeed, right? And I feel that, and that's that team environment I miss from my years in the military for sure. But Skullfrog also bumped it up, and he's like, I wanna mail you a figure. He's heard me talk about my missing figures, and I've always been okay with missing figures, guys. Like, always been okay. And I certainly didn't mean to imply that anybody should ever put that offer on the table of sending me figures. But Skullfrog did that, and I was like, oh, so that's something YouTubers deal with too, is people want to send them stuff, even if you didn't ask. And I think that's the generous nature of what this community could be, and I thank him very much for the offer. I'm going to counter offer, saying, guys, I didn't join this to get free stuff. When I talk about I don't have a sponsor, I'm fine with not having a sponsor. If I ever got to the point where a sponsor did show up, I'd just be re-rolling whatever they gave me into contests, like Aaron is doing, and just going, here, take this. I don't even think Aaron has the sponsorship. I think Aaron's doing everything he's doing for you guys out of his pocket. So definitely check him out. But I would be taking anything I got out of a sponsor and just throwing it back into contests when that happens. I talk about being on a fixed income because I'm retired and that I'm comfortable and everything like that. I think where Skullfrog saw a moment to be generous was I have harped on a couple of figures I can't find, and he is sitting on one. So I really appreciate offers like that. I'm an advocate because I grew up in the military, and I think it was really quoted best in Band of Brothers when the two officers are driving and he's taking the Captain Winters, he's going to the troops, and at one point he looks over at him and he says, never put yourself in a position where you could take from these men. They had been gambling earlier. And that resonated for me because that's what some of my favorite leaders have always taught me about. If you're going to be in a position where you're going to have people follow you. You never compromise their trust by having an agenda that sees you taking something from them. So I didn't want to take anybody's figures, and I don't want to have that image about this, that I'm out this for any reason other. I don't have a side business I'm promoting, and I don't have any other agendas. I'm just an old man that likes to talk about his Joes. And I also like to talk about some other stuff, guys. Tactical perspective, I've kept it all about Joe for almost 90 videos almost now. Been at this since, March of 2023. So now I kind of feel like maybe I could talk about some other stuff. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just stray a little bit on the tactical perspective and talk some other things that are interesting to me. To give you a heads up, guys, I've talked about it on the show. I went straight from G.I. Joe into the X-Men and the Marvel Universe hard throughout my childhood and my adulthood, and I didn't get out of that till after the Marvel movies were starting to get made and I had a kid and all that other stuff, right? So I have some opinions and thoughts on that, and if there's guys in the audience in our group here, in our subscription base, that want to talk about that stuff, you know, that's where I'm going to do it. I'm going to do one video coming up soon about the year that the X-Men pulled me away from Joe. And I'm going to take you back to something called the Mutant Massacre Beneath the Streets. And if you know what that is, that would be where I'm going to go with one of my next videos. The video I got doing today, I still have to do 93 and 94 on my G.I. Joe comparison series. 93 I actually put up yesterday, but I made the mistake and I learned a rookie YouTube mistake about sound biting without copyright permissions. I had a song playing in the background, as you've heard sometimes I do on my show, but the chorus came in, and I guess when I was uploading the video it got picked up. So I wasn't happy with the video that was going to get loaded up. It had this whole frozen frame moment while other stuff happened because of the copyright permission. So I'm just going to reshoot it today, and we'll get that out soon in 94, and then we'll be done with that. Of course, I'll keep doing figure reviews. And like I said, Roman, I appreciate the generosity. I'm also willing to just mail it right back to you. But let's get a review on that. Let's work something out. I sent you my email address in the comment that you made. At least have a discussion, because I think there's some middle ground we can reach. And I appreciate your generosity. And I appreciate all you guys' support on this channel always. All right, now for the opinionated stuff. The stuff that you see circulating between a lot of other bigger YouTube content creators in this toy market. I'm going to clearly define my channel. The old crusty old crow is an ex-military veteran, and my focus on Joe is my childhood versus what I learned in my career versus the toy in my hand. Here, let's move the camera around like I said I would. So it's just about me. When I review these toys, and my channel isn't necessarily just a review channel, it's a discussion channel. Yeah, we're all looking for quality control issues now, and I've had some, and some I've been able to fix, and others I haven't. And that is something that people have a very mixed take on. And the point being I'm getting at is, guys, I don't consider myself a shill, a yes man, or a naysayer. I find myself in my own ground where I'm a 50-year-old kid. I'm a 50-year-old kid, and I just found my toys again. Okay? The toys I had as a kid. And I'm remembering them all. And if you think I didn't accept quality control issues in 1982 and on, I did. Right? Of course I did. If we really looked at those Joe's figures, if they got cold, they were brittle. Things were easy to lose. Backpack nubs were easy to wear down, and then backpacks were falling off left and right. They were only good for limited play. Hinges that got loose, and you couldn't even stand the figure up anymore. Right? There was several quality control issues. We grew up with quality control issues. So a guy of my generation, with my perspective and my ADHD that gives me different perspectives, as well as some military experience, yeah, I'm aware of them. I'll mention them. But it's not going to be the only thing I think about that figure. I'm going to think about all the people that worked on that figure. I'm going to think about all my memories of that figure when I was a child. I'm going to feel the connection to that figure in my hand like I was 11 years old again, and I just got it out of the package. I can't help it. That's how I feel about it. I want to sing Hasbro's praises, yes, because I want to like this product, but I'm not going to let them off the hook for everything. You hear me. Sometimes I'm like, your shit doesn't make sense. This didn't make sense. This is why I didn't want to buy this figure. I do like certain aspects of it, but there was apprehension. I just don't focus on the negative, guys, because like some of you guys out there that are the veterans in my group, and I'm not doing this to lord any perspective over another. Guys, once you've been in combat and you know it's been life or death, very little ever gets that kind of rise out of you when it comes to a toy market. You can get annoyed, you can get concerned, but you're not going to get ranting mad. Not when you've been through what some of us have been through in the veteran community. So that's why, guys, I see guys calling each other out and a lot of he said, she said kind of stuff like that. And I'm not slandering those guys. Those guys have legitimate issues on their hand. They have bones with each other that maybe they do need to pick over. And maybe YouTube's the right place. I'm just saying, leave me the F out of it as best we can, right? I will do my reviews my way. I will see the perspective the way I see it. And I won't dwell on what other people tend to dwell on, and I don't do that with any apology. It's just that's my connection with this stuff. All right, guys, that's a big enough rant about that. I want to just remind you guys, when I talk about these negative perspectives and everything like that, I don't want to invalidate them. These guys are experts in their field, more or less, or very passionate in a different way than I am, and they all have a voice. Right? My voice comes from 1982. It comes from that moment in 1982 when I unwrapped Breaker for the first time. And I had to figure out this whole Joe line live. All right? But that doesn't make my voice any more or any less valid than anyone else's out there. And it doesn't mean I'm always right, guys. I'm wrong a lot, and I'm okay with that. You should all be okay with being wrong from time to time. Frig. If you're not, man, you're looking for something else here, and you're not going to find it on my channel. All right, guys. Thank you again, and we'll see you shortly when I get the next video out. Peace out.